morning. How are you guys doing this morning? Sunday, day 3. So this morning it is not too hot here today, surprisingly. Good morning, Renee. Happy day 3. Christine, good morning. Yes, happy Sunday to you. Hey T, how are you this morning? So we are on day 3 of the retreat. Everybody seems to have been getting a lot of stuff done. I'm so proud of everybody. I'm telling you, it's been fantastic. The energy's been great. Good morning, Juliet. Back on track to finish your first draft. Fantastic. Hey, Zoe, how are you? Good morning, Rachel. Going to grab my coffee. I've got mine. It's going to take some coffee to get me going this morning. Hey, Alicia, how are you? So eager for words. I know. I hear you. I'm going to spend the first sprint going over a few things. I still have to make the decision about what I'm going to do with that novella. And yeah, so I still haven't made up my mind about that. Hey, Lasanda, how are you? Good to see you here. Facebook user, good morning. So if you want me to be able to see your name and your profile picture, there is a StreamYard permissions link in the overview tab of the post that you're watching this video on. If you want to go ahead and do that. If you don't, no worries, no pressure. Hey, Haley, how are you this morning? Everybody getting ready to get going? Zoe, it's 3 p.m. your time, eager to get over the afternoon blahs, right? 3 p.m. seems to be that if I don't put some caffeine in my body, I'm not going to make it time. Really want to finish my first draft today. Oh, you can do it. I know you can. Good morning, Jenna, my love. How are you this morning? How is the Author True Writers Conference going? I was able to make Sarah's talk yesterday, and I have a bunch of others bookmarked that I'm going to go back and watch as well. And yeah, well, thank you, Jenna, sweetheart. Thank you so much. So it's been a busy weekend between retreat and the Author True Writers Conference. It's normally we don't get this kind of like quick, everybody switch over, right? But it's been a lot of fun. It really has. Heidi, hello. I need to read 230 pages and do other stuff as well today. You've got this. Make some tea or some coffee or grab your favorite drink. And yeah, definitely. Renee, I need to go back and watch them all, right? I'm going to keep the schedule up on my website for some time. I might actually just tag it Author True Conference 2022 so that people can go back there because there's links in that schedule that you can click on to get to the individual channels. So I think that will be a good resource for people. Good morning, Inka, or afternoon for you, 2 p.m. Almost too hot to function. Oh, I hear you, hon. I hear you. If you've got a fan and a bottle of ice water or a bottle of frozen water, put it in front of your fan, makes all the difference in the world. I learned that hack when I was living in an apartment building on the 4th floor and there was no air conditioning. Jenna, last day is today. Super tired. I bet you are. Sarah had the highest view for live this weekend. Fantastic. That will make her so happy. That will make her so happy. Could do that today, providing P&T goes smoothly. Yes, that's right. Publish and Thrive opens up at noon today for signups. You can access that as well on my website, which there's a link in the Facebook or the YouTube description. There's a link to my website. It's under the Writers Resources tab. Under Sarah's sweet picture that I love so much. I love that picture, Sarah. Good morning, Jennifer. How are you? Let's see, Lucia. So hot here in France. That's my only obstacle to wording, right? Fingers crossed the AC holds. It's funny because I don't think, I've noticed with our air conditioning here, sometimes it seems to have trouble keeping up with how hot it has gotten outside. Rachel, I watched a bunch and have my list ready for today for WC. Awesome. That's awesome. Was it you that printed it off and highlighted it and stuff? Because whoever it was that did that, it was an amazing idea. I might have to do that later. Inka, Sarah's session was excellent. Yes, it was. I'll be watching the whole playlist for AWC during the week. Awesome. Awesome. Good morning, Christine. How are you? So what's everybody up to this morning? We've got some people working on readings projects. We've got some people working on their work in progress. I'm going to be going through, I got in, yay, Amazon Prime Day. They had some Happy Planner stuff that was like deeply, deeply discounted. This is just a notebook, and I think I paid like $10 for it. And then I got this 2022 planner for like $5 because it's halfway through the year. But I mean, just the covers and the discs alone, I couldn't have got for that anywhere else. So I'm going to start going through that. So yeah, I'm going to get that stuff put up and get going. Let's see, Heidi, we've had cooler weather now in Finland. Really don't miss the heat at the moment. No, it's been crazy. Crazy. Rachel says the local electrical authority said it helps if you put a cover over your AC units. It's like dropping a tarp over it to provide shade above it. Yes, because I know one thing, when we moved in here, we have the units that are like outside on our deck, and they said, whatever you do, make sure there's nothing on it because it'll clog up the fan, right? Haley says, yes, it should be 26 in my office at 9 a.m. in Canada. Yeah, no, it shouldn't be. It's supposed to be. Well, it depends on where in Canada you are. I mean, here in Nova Scotia, I mean, for us to see 30 degrees at 9 a.m. has been like, I've never seen that. And I grew up here. It's been absolutely insane. Yeah, that's a really good, doing whatever you can to make your AC work properly, right? Good morning, Lisa. How are you? It's been a minute. I'm glad you're here. And yes, Rachel was the one who printed off the schedule and color coded it. We blame Sarah. So the color coding and everything. Want to watch, and then what comes next, etc. Fantastic. All right, gang, it's 7 minutes after. We've got quite the crowd here this morning. I will share my screen and put 25 minutes on the timer. And let's get some work done, even if we're just piddling around for the first sprint, because we are here for 3 hours today. I decided to do, Renee got me thinking, and I decided to go ahead and do 3 hours today. So there'll be 3 hours with me, an hour break, and then on to Lisa. But if you need to go early by all means. All right, gang, 25 minutes on the clock, and I will see you when we are done. Good luck. All right. How was that for everybody? I'm just going to change our timer here. So that, let me see, where did I leave off? Lasonda's working on her Good Cop, Bad Girl novella. Fantastic. Yes, 3 hardcore wording hours. Yeah, like I said, I figured normally I would be doing 3 hours anyway. Excuse me. And I figured, what the heck, right? Heidi, I want to get a small AC thingy for my writing room as soon as I can afford it. It's the hottest room for some reason. Yeah, maybe you're missing some. Is it on like a hot corner of the house or something? I will say this, speaking from personal experience, Heidi, those ones that you get off of Amazon that you put ice or water or whatever in totally do not work. Just, and they're like 50, 60 bucks or something. I've had 3 of them and returned them all because they just don't work. Hello, Alexis. Hello. How are you? Working on edits. Fantastic. Rachel, there's 3 I want to watch at 10 a.m. So glad they're all viewable later. Yeah, well, and this is the cool thing about doing it online is that, yeah, you can go and do it at your own pace. Like a live convention. Well, you have to pick and choose, right? So that's awesome. Hey, Rachel, going to jump in as soon as I'm back home for walking the dog. Oh, you're so welcome. Take your time for sure. Get your puppy time in. Hey, Claude, how are you? It's nice to see you. Luna, a little bit late, but good. You're not late. You're just on time for you. And I'm so glad that you made it. Hey, Charlotte, how are you, hon? Just jumping in. Hope everyone is well and getting a lot done. You seem to be getting a lot done. Melanie, slow going this morning, but we'll jump in for the next one. You deserve it to be slow going this morning, hon. Take your time. Have a second coffee, Good morning, Carla. Good morning. Didn't realize the time. Writing a blog post outline. Fantastic. Julie, you got 354 words that round. Need to run down and take care of something for the youngest. Back next round. Fantastic. So I finally made a decision. I'm going to put the novella aside for now. I am going to be using it for my newsletter for the writing under my legal name. So I'm putting it aside for now, and I'm getting back to the first book of my series because I wasn't planning on really starting to build my newsletter until the 1st of next year, where I'm going to be writing 3 books before so I can rapid release. So I've got some time. I mean, it's a good story. It's got a solid plot. I'm just not feeling it right now. I think it's because I want to get back to book 1, right? Rachel, going to jump in on the next one. So glad you're here. Alexandra, hello, my darling. Just finished watching Sarah's AuthorTube video. So amazing and as always so helpful. Absolutely. I watched it live and took notes and the whole 9 yards, and it was fantastic. Claude reread the last chapter and wrote about 50 words. Good. Am I pronouncing your name right? Is because, being from Canada, I want to use the French of it. So is it Claude or am I pronouncing it right? Please let me know, because there's nothing worse than having your name mispronounced. Christine, 202, fantastic. T got 357 in that sprint. Look at you guys go. That was a great caffeination sprint. Honestly, Lisa, I'm empty. I'm not really liking that fact. Inca, 544, excuse me. Throat's a little cloggy this morning. Rachel, I had to deal with the doggo, but still got a page reviewed. Well, that's good. I mean, I had to deal with Ziggy. The pets need your attention. They're like children. Great sprint, got 814. Fantastic, Alicia. That is amazing. Zoe got 632 that round. On the last slide to the end of the book. Oh, you're so close. That's amazing. Alexis, editing, clarifying character mindset so she's not frustrating. Sometimes that's the hardest is just getting deep enough into your character, but not deep enough that you don't leave anything to the imagination, right? Shannon got breakfast ready and arranged his space during that sprint. Awesome. So you're all set up. Charlotte, I'm enjoying the AuthorTube convention in the background while I'm having a bit of plot rejig. Fantastic. That's a really good idea. I realized that I was giving away a huge obvious clue about the real villain way too early. So I'm backtracking on who the villain is in this particular book. That's good. I'm glad that you caught it because that would kind of like give up the whole story, right? I did. I am pronouncing it right. Okay. Thank you, Claude. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, let me just shut that off here. Lasanda took a walk and is now ready to write. Fantastic. Heidi got to page 111. Look at you go. And T, I sent my husband out for caffeine. I'm in desperate need. Well, this next sprint, I am going to go brush His Highness because he's been yowling at me for his brushing. And I'm going to grab some water, and then I'm going to start going over stuff that I've already written for book one because it's been a while since I've touched it, and I need to refamiliarize myself with it. So 25 minutes on the clock. I will be getting up from my desk to go take care of Ziggy, and I will see you on the other side. Take care. All right. So obviously I don't need Pomodoro Kitty because I have Ziggy. All right, 5 minutes for our break. How did everybody do? So I put away the novella, put away all this, and then got out my materials for my book, first in my series. A little excited. So I'm going to get to work on that. Hello, Sarah. I'm glad you could make it. Check a few things off your list. This is the way to do it. Heidi, let me see. Plot ideas for book 5 popping up again and pulling me away from finishing book 1, but I love it. I know. I keep a notes section in the back of my plotting book for that reason, because it happens to me like constantly. And that's what happens, I think, when you write a series. Like it's healthy. It's good. Just, it's so hard to stay focused sometimes. Hey, Stig, how are you this morning? Glad you could make it. Alexandra, I've started work on my fairy tale story with the help of Vixen of Fiction's world building video. That AuthorTube event is full of helpful information. Oh, fantastic. That sounds really good. Was that part of the AuthorTube conference, that video, or is it just something on her channel? Because that's something that I'm really interested to go watch. Shannon, okay, so faffed about during that sprint, but definitely going to write the next one. Love the kitty sound in the background. It's so funny because he only seems to start up when I'm about to unmute my mic. It's like he knows what's going on, which he probably does because he's too intelligent for his own good. But hey, sometimes you need to faff about because it's Sunday and you need to take it a little bit easier, and you've got plenty of sprints. Stig got 403 words that time. Fantastic. T got 401. Live kitty. Yeah, drafted 350 words and we'll be brainstorming for the next sprint. Sounds like fun. Rachel, wow, that went by fast. Got through some serious editing there. Oh, fantastic. There's Sarah. Hi. Hope you're getting stuff crossed off your list, Sarah. By the way, that was an amazing talk you gave yesterday. Loved it. I took notes and everything. It was great. Lasanda, I read over some previous chapters and made light revisions. Fantastic. Refamiliarizing yourself with it. Juliet did a little over 400 words and hit 44K. Oh, way to go. Look at you rocking it. First draft is always a little sharp before edits, but it's so close. So you tend to write short on your first draft? I wish I had that problem. I know a lot of people, they either write short or they write long. Nobody ever seems to hit it right where they need to, right? Ziggy, hear me roar, right? That was the get the day going sprint. Coffee, a little journaling, now to start on the blog post. There you go. Did you get your reading done yesterday that you wanted to get done, Melanie? I hope you did. So you're a little bit further ahead and you don't have to go flat out all week. Rachel got through another page and a half of revisions. Fantastic. Inca, 526. Wow, look at you go. Telling you. Yes, it was the 6 to 7 p.m. session number 3. Okay, so writing track guest speaker Nia James of the Vixen of Fiction, right? World building on the go. Okay, I'm definitely going to have to watch that one tonight. Charlotte, I'm giving myself a rest from the plot for a bit to do my weekly tarot reading. Things are looking up, thankfully. Well, that's good, hon. That's good. I'm glad. Inca, my human MC just woke up and immediately embarrassed himself in front of the alien hottie. That sounds so good. Oh, you're welcome, Sarah. It really was. And apparently you had the most people alive so far in the conference for your talk. Not surprising. Meant looking good. Thankfully, I read Charlotte. It's all good. Let's see. T just got my caffeine. Atta girl. Awesome. So Stig, getting my daily word count of 807 before I go for my hot boy stomp in the woods. There you go. Then get started on my bonus word count of 1388. You can do it. And just make sure you take a bottle of water with you. It seems to be hot everywhere. I write long, definitely. Yeah, me too. And Juliet, I do write short by design because I add a lot in edits. Now that's smart. I'm not that smart. That's a really smart thing to do, Juliet. At least you got 810. Fantastic. I also wrote a short, right short on the first drafts. But now the description of an almost kiss between the MCs. So that's fun. Oh, I love it when they get like interrupted by, something that they can't just, and it wrecks the mood. I love that. So Alexis says, I also write short first drafts. This edit has added 13K to the total and I'm still not done. Wow. Melanie, okay, good. You got most of it done. That's awesome. Try to do a little more this afternoon so I can do the first assignments early. You were just so rocking it. Yes, of course you did. Sarah does rock. Sarah rocks. All right, folks, I'm going to put 25 minutes on the clock. If you haven't gotten up yet, please do so. Get up, move around, get something to drink. I'm going to go get some water, and then I'm going to go back to playing in my plotting binder. So we will see you all in 25 minutes. Okay. How was that sprint for everybody? Just fix our timer here. So I'm still playing in my plotting binder. Lasanda said I write short on first drafts to get the story out, then add descriptions, etc. in later drafts. That makes sense. Good morning, my Brandy. Hello, hello. Just as an FYI for Brandy here, I finished rewriting the prologue. If you want to go take a look at it, I would appreciate that. Claude, brainstorming was very productive. I plotted the next 6 chapters. Wow, look at you go. That's awesome. That is awesome. So we are halfway through. We have another hour and a half left, so 3 more sprints. I went and got some water. I don't know if you can see this very clearly or not, but I just took some water and I put some frozen berries in it instead of ice cubes. It kind of tastes like frozen berries. It's really not that good. Not that good. Lisa was having computer. Oh, no. Okay. Hopefully you'll get those fixed. It's tech gremlins, man. Rachel, another successful sprint editing a chapter and got 1/3 through on first, 2/3 through on the second. I guess the next one will wrap up the chapter. Fantastic. Brandy, I saw there was already activity. I took all of your suggestions to heart there, darling. Thank you so much. Brandy is one of my beta readers, and so I thought I'd throw her a bone because it's been a while since I worked on the story. Juliet, I am almost at 1K for the day. Fantastic. Going to take a mental break for a while and then back for the 1 p.m. sprints. Oh, you're so welcome, Juliet, and I will see you at Lisa's sprints. Okay, so Lisa had to take off computer issues. Lasanda's still reading and making revisions. Good, good. Charlotte, got my tarot reading done and journaled. Good. Feeling much more neutral now. Looking forward to going back to my plot rejig in the next sprint. Fantastic. Sometimes you just need to take a sprint and step away and do something completely different, right? Alexis put groceries away during that sprint. Very productive. Christine got a whole scene planned. Fantastic. Hey, Kat, how are you? Just watching Sarah's video from yesterday. You're going to enjoy it. It was really good. Christine, I was struggling with the second to last chapter this week and finally had a breakthrough in the last round. Oh, fantastic. That's awesome, Christine. So now you can get back to her. That's, when you hit that wall, it's just such a pain, right? T got 454 words that time. Got an intimate scene down finally. Oh, good. Sometimes those can be the hardest to write. They're worse than battle scenes sometimes. Inca, 675, started my nano project over last night because I started in the wrong POV and tense. It's definitely going smoother this time around. Oh, good. Good, good. Yeah, that's, I really kind of struggle with not so much the tense, but the POV, especially where I'm writing in the second person, but I still want to keep a scene to a particular character's point of view. And so I do struggle with that. But it's like writing in the first person. For some reason, I cannot write in the first person unless I'm writing in the present tense. And I don't know why that is, but I cannot wrap my head around writing it in past tense if I'm writing in the first person. Just cannot do it. I mean, I see other authors doing it and I read it and they do it amazingly. And I just cannot wrap my head around it. I don't know why. I don't know why. Alicia, a hard-earned 727. The dog knocked her over during the almost kiss, so he had to take her to the hospital. Oh no. That sounds hilarious. Hilarious. I do have a scene like that, and it's going to be in like book 3, where 2 of the main characters go to kiss. And it's like a really beautiful, I love you so much kind of scene. And then their daughter, their 3-year-old, 4-year-old comes in with her hands and she starts trying to pry them apart. I love scenes like that. I really, really do. Melanie working on the blog post, but distracted by giant birds outside. What kind of birds are they? Are they like crows or something? Big giant birds? They're coming to get you, Melanie? I only write 1 draft scene these days, but I write very clean. That said, I'm an overwriter. Luckily, I love to cut during the edits. I know some people do. I hate cutting scenes out, but I have to be brutal. And you always have to ask yourself, does this scene move you forward in the plot? Or if you're writing a series, does that scene add to the overarching plot? Because sometimes scenes, like I've read books where scenes, they don't seem to like really move the plot forward, but in then book two, you're going, oh, okay, you know. Hello, Angela, my love. Hello, how are you this morning? Are you getting ready to go out, or are you here for the rest of the sprints? All right, gang. I'm going to put another 25 minutes on the timer, and I think I'm going to run and get myself a snack because I haven't eaten yet today. So get up, move around, all that sort of good stuff, and I will see you in 25 minutes. Okay. 4 down, 2 to go. How did everyone make out? I had a little bit of a breakthrough. So next sprint, I'm going to do some brain dumping, but I had a little bit of a breakthrough about how I could absolutely torture one of my main characters. So let's see, where did I leave off? Melanie says, I think they're crows or something similar. Not sure, but they're big and very, quote, the raven worthy. I've seen some big crows in my time. Like if they get enough to eat growing up, let me tell you, they can get huge. Lasanda, moving more towards that method, newer projects. Oh, you mean the write short and then add edits? I think that's brilliant. I might have to try that. Lasanda, finish reading through and fixing a few key plot issues. Fantastic. Love it when you catch those plot holes early on. Heidi, didn't get far on the reading, but overall plot of the series is well coming together. Got your coffee. See, now you can get to work, right? Angela, got dressed. Packing up and heading home later. Oh, you're still away. Okay, gotcha. Well, thank you for joining in, even though you're away. Inca, used to find it difficult to cut. Then I realized nobody would know, right? Readers wouldn't know what they're missing when they're missing anything. Yeah, it is. I guess it could be very freeing. And I know a lot of people will use cut scenes as newsletter cookies or drive people to their website and stuff like that. So that's a helpful thing. I have a folder on my computer of entirely cut scenes from stories that I have written. And sometimes if I'm like thinking about, I want to start a new project, I'll go there and find something that I can build around, which is really helpful. So has everybody gotten up and got something to drink and all of that sort of thing? Because don't make me mom you, because I will, I will. Kat, tried to write, but my mind kept drifting off. I'm going to try more coffee. Yeah, I had sorry for all the jumping up and down, but Ziggy decided that his water dish belonged all over the floor. And let me tell you, I ended up having to send mom out to finish cleaning it up because it was quite a mess. Little bugger. But anyway, got 6:44 and a surprise fun plot twist in the hospital for the MC. But you love the torture, right? I got 3:59, says T. I'm going to head out. Fantastic. My sister needs some help. See you all at 1 p.m. I will be there and I will see you there. So Kat, that's a good idea. Yeah, well, it's not my idea by any stretch of the imagination, but I do know a lot of people who use it. And I think it's really great. So Brandy's working on weekly planning, sort of mostly just drinking coffee, right? Yeah. And I mean, it is a good idea, Lasanda. When I first heard about it, I was like, oh, so that's a real, and especially if you're writing if you're writing a series and it's taking you some time in between books, I think it's a really great way to keep your readers engaged. If you can throw them cut scenes so that they this is what I'm working on and this is a scene that's not in here. So here, have fun reading this while I'm working. So Charlotte, I'm making great progress in my rejig. Really need to hide the main villain of the series. I think I've cracked it. Oh, good. I feel like this is going to make it 10 times better, as I now also have an extra villain pulling the strings too. Oh, nice. Also killing off someone I was playing to make a future MC. It's going to be heart-wrenching, I hope. As writers, we can be so sadistic, but it's fun. Inca got 5:05 that time. Way to go. So yeah, I actually ended up realizing that my villain in the first book is actually the hero. And that was really eye-opening. And then that's what kind of drove me into having an overarching villain for the whole plot. Now, in every book, there is a villain, but then we have the overarching villain as well. So it's a lot of fun. And it's fun trying to weave all of it together, kind of keep that overarching plot moving forward. Because sometimes I find it's really easy to forget that they're there because they don't have many scenes for the first few books. But it is a lot of fun. And for those of you who are writing a series, if you haven't watched Sarah's How to Write a Series, I strongly suggest it. I keep going back to it. And there is a workbook with it that you can get if you just go to her website, it's heartbreathings.com, and join her newsletter, you get access to this amazing resource library. And there's all kinds of cool stuff in there. But there's a workbook for how to plot a series. And I have several copies of it because I keep changing things, but it's a really, really good tool, really good tool. Charlotte, I love it when the characters actually end up taking over. I never got it before I started writing fiction. Now I'm kind of consumed by it, right? There was a meme that was out that says, I don't control the plot. The characters run amok, and I just write the incident report, and then something along those lines. And it's the truth. I find it very much the truth. The characters take over, and I just write it up afterwards. So, all right, gang, we're gonna run over time again, but then again, we always do, right? Isn't it an awesome resource library? I just actually finished doing the energy audit workbook that Sarah put up there a couple weeks ago. Oh, fantastic. Very eye-opening if you do the work and you're honest with yourself. So 25 minutes on the clock. If you haven't gotten up yet, please do so. Get up and stretch, because we all know sitting is the new smoking. So let's not do that. And I will see you in 25. Okay. We have one sprint left, and this is our last break. Let me just change my banner here. That was a fantastic sprint for me. I got some plotting done. I got my midpoint all plotted out. So that's pretty exciting. Charlotte's series is amazing. It's what brought me to Heart Breathings. If you haven't read it, definitely check it out. Yeah, it's an amazing series. And like I said, I keep going back to it. And every time I go back to it, I find something new. For those of you who are joining me from my Twitter or Instagram or whatever and aren't really familiar with the Heart Breathings community, it's a group on Facebook. It's amazing. Probably the best group I've ever belonged to. There's no drama. It's all love and support. Sprints every day. Lots of people at different levels of their writing career. All kinds of great advice and everything. There is a link down in my description for those of you who wish to join. We would love to have you. I mean, it's an amazing, amazing community. I can't say enough good about it. And for those of you who are interested in any of Sarah's videos, because she's got a ton of them and they're great resources, you can access her YouTube channel. You can either just go search Heart Breathings on YouTube, or you can access, there's a link in on my website under Writers Resources. You can check it out there as well. And also, Publish and Thrive opens for enrollment in about 20 minutes. There's also a link on my website under Writers Resources. If you're looking to sign up for Publish and Thrive, you can do it through my website, authormelissapower.com. There is a link also in the YouTube description here as well. So Alexis has moved on to editing the next chapter. Fantastic. Needs some warm water. Determined to stay hydrated today. It's been difficult. Because there's a lot of heat and humidity going on right now. Yes, Kat, I 100% agree. Sarah's amazing. Melanie, blog draft is done. Going to start laundry and then add the graphics and formatting. Fantastic. You're rocking it today, Melanie. Alicia has 621 words. And a debonair pediatrician is trying to win the MC away from the love of her life. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. But the question is, does it work? Inca got 294. The AC unit arrived 10 minutes in. It's a beast. Oh, I'm so glad that you got it. That's crazy. Can we get the discount on Publish and Thrive if we did the HB90 boot camp? Yes. Yes, you can. Tried to get both when I got the boot camp, but it wasn't available. Yes, you can. And I think if you were having issues, you can email. You can just drop an email and get that all fixed up. Because I know that there was a little glitch or something somewhere. I think I remember Sarah saying with the signups. But if you haven't, have you already signed up for Publish and Thrive or not? So let me know that, and we'll see what we can do, Charlotte, to get you going. Cat, finished morning pages, got my second coffee. Chicken is winding up to an egg. Okay, you still haven't explained that to me. I'm completely lost. I'm about to open up the manuscript, although I'll procrastinate a bit. We all do that, right? Chicken is winding up to an egg. You got to explain that to me, Kat. Now I'm all confused. So you got 720 words in that sprint. Whew, look at you. Didn't realize Sarah had books for authors and other than planners. Not books, videos. Videos on YouTube. Fantastic. She hasn't, to my knowledge, written a book for authors yet, but she has courses. And she has the HB90 course, which is around the planning. And then the Publish and Thrive, which is like bloody everything else. I'm telling you, this course is so meaty. I've been doing it every time, because once you sign up for one of Sarah's courses, you get lifetime access. And then that way, if anything changes, you get access to that. Like, especially with the Publish and Thrive, it's really good, because if anything changes in the industry, then Sarah will make the updates and you get access to that. If you pop into my website, T, there in the writers resources page, all of Sarah's links underneath her picture there, so you can go check those out. But Publish and Thrive opens at noon Eastern today, and the next round of HB90 is September. So the end of September starts. The enrollment starts. Charlotte, yeah, let me know if I can be of any help. Okay. Publish and Thrive is almost ready. I know Renee has been head down, and so has Sarah on that this morning. Lasanda got 209 words. Fantastic. Yeah, if you want to just use my link, and then if you run into anything on the other side, I'm sure Renee or Sarah can correct it for you. Right, Renee? Yes? Let me know if I'm wrong, Renee, please. T, right? Okay, I know about the videos. Yeah, the videos are amazing. I go back and comb through like ones that she did before I found out about heart breathings, and just so much information. Inka, all the workbooks and resources are when you sign up for her email list. Yes, absolutely. Fantastic workbooks. You're very welcome, T. Let me know if I can be of any help. Feel free to message me if you run into anything that you need questions. If you have questions about some hens will want for some time. Oh, okay. So you have chickens. All right. I always had chickens growing up, pet chickens and laying hens and all of that sort of thing. And yes, they will. They'll go on and on and on forever. So listen, gang, we are going to run over. So I'm going to, once again, make this last sprint 20 minutes, so we don't run too far over, because I want you all to get a break before Lisa sprints. So 20 minutes on the clock, and then we will come back for a quick chat. Yeah, so Charlotte, reach out to me if you need any help. And then definitely, or reach out to Renee, and as well, T, if there's anything that I can do for you, let me know. Okay. So 20 minutes on the clock, and then we will come back for a quick chat. Let's wrap her up. Well, that is it. I just realized I didn't change my banner, so we had one heck of a long break while we were all working. So, shush, don't laugh at me, Mom. She's over here laughing at me. So, let's see. Rita, hey. It was a productive morning for most, if not all of us, I think. Rereading the series again, catching some that I have forgotten during the previous read, my fave characters. Is that your series that you're reading or someone else's? You're so welcome, Lasanda. I am so glad that you had a productive morning. It's been so much fun. I just love hanging out with you guys. I really do. I got a lot done. I'm back into plotting book 1 of my series. I'm excited again. And I'm about almost done with Act 2, Part 2. So hopefully I can get the rest of this book plotted today. And then I can start going through some of the stuff that I already have written for it. So excited. It did go by fast. And you're so welcome, Christine. I hope you can make it to Lisa's sprints this afternoon. Carla, it was a great morning. Spent some time with the family and as the last few sprints recharged for the day. There you go. Melanie, blog post done. We'll do a quick last edit. Thanks, Melissa and Ziggy. You're very welcome. Ziggy's finally settled out in the air-conditioned living room. So yes, and back for Lisa in an hour. So Heidi got some ideas down for back matter. That's really good. Oh, wow. 735 for Alicia. That was rocking. That's a really great word count. You're so welcome, Brandy, my darling. I love having you in my sprints. And I am glad you're able to be here. So Inca got 346 words a time, got a bit distracted by the instructions to this AC unit, which might as well have been written in Russian, not my kind of tech. At least you're reading the instructions instead of just trying to, do it without even reading it. I like the 3-hour sprints too. I'm fiddling with the idea that maybe Sundays will become 3 hours because normally I only do 3 hours during nano months, but we'll see. We'll see. I get a lot of energy from this. It's not something that drains me at all. And like I said, I just love hanging out with you guys. T got 630. That sprint. Fantastic. And you are so welcome. I'm so glad you found us. You're very welcome, Kat. These morning sprints are amazingly productive and motivating. They sure are. They sure are. I love doing sprints in the morning. Not that I don't like my pajama sprints on Wednesday nights, because those are always a lot of fun too. You're so welcome, Alicia. 4,470 for this 3 hours. Wow, that's an amazing word count. You should be proud of yourself, for sure. Well, my darlings, it is 8 minutes after. Well, you're very, very welcome, Inca. Love the extra hour. I'll be signing up for P&T later. Excellent. If you want to go through my website, I would greatly appreciate that. You're going to love P&T, Inca. You're going to love it. It is amazing, and it has helped me so much. You're welcome, Alexis. It is so nice to see these new faces coming in. I love how much our group is growing. The pajama sprints are fun, aren't they? Listen, I feel great, because it's like an evening, it's the middle of the week, and it kind of helps you get over that hump. Wednesdays are my day that I will like that's when I fall short, as I'm like halfway through the week and I'm starting to feel tired and I don't want to do it. So that's why I decided Wednesday nights I was hosting sprints so that I can take some of your guys' motivation and keep going. All right, you guys have got 50 minutes before Lisa's sprint start. So everybody go recharge, grab some lunch, breakfast, dinner, whatever it is that you need. And I will see you in 50 minutes. Everybody take care. Love